Hey there.
I'm Grady, that's GRDY, and welcome back to the video on my channel. I know it's been quite a bit since I've uploaded, but that's because I've been having not as much time with my dad's, but now that I do have time, I'm going to be uploading more videos.
More videos, Carl! Oh, Carl!
And as you can tell by the thumbnail you clicked and the music in the background, this is going to be another GoBots video.
Hey Grady, is this a GoBot?
No.
Hey Grady, is this a GoBot?
No.
Grady, is this a GoBot?
No.
Grady, is this a GoBot?
Actually, yeah, kind of.
Actually, you're kind of right. It is kind of a GoBot. Are these GoBots?
Yes.
Yes, these are GoBots. Transforming robotic toys. If you've never seen GoBots before, they're usually pretty small. And they're a vehicle that transforms into robots. And then you can battle with them. Because in the 80s, we didn't have no cell phones and TikToks and Instagrams and stuff. We actually had to use our minds, you see, minds. When we weren't outside, we had to pretend to play, and that's sort of fun.
GoBots, I'm just going to be looking at one, not just two, but all of them.
And this
are all of the GoBots.
All 72. This is like Thanksgiving, and this is the smorgasbord of food across the family table. You got your turkey, you got your cranberry sauce right here, mashed potatoes. You got everything that you want to feast on. And for some collectors, some of them really want certain cars, some of them want to complete the line. This is everything you're going to need to be able to complete a GoBot line. And thanks to Mr. CJ, we have corporate sponsorship on your video. And we had one sucker who just paid for and bought every GoBot that was out there so that you could go through one by one and rate these GoBots through the eyes of a 13-year-old.
So it's going to be my duty to rate these things based on some criteria. We're going to be ranking these things from A tier to F tier, just like you would get in school, in your grades.
Okay, so A is good, F is bad.
There's an extra god level, S tier, where basically it is the best GoBot you will ever get.
Okay. Should we get into this?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
We're going to talk about every single red car.
That's right, all 7 of the red automobiles from the GoBot lineup. With the exception of Zemon, he's a video for another day. All the colors red. Are you ready?
Ready.
Go! Red pine, steady by.
Hey, I read about that.
Oh, what'd you read about? Ready! Ready!
We're going to talk about Turbo first, because he is one of the main characters in the show. He is known as a friendly sports race car, or something like that.
That's what they say on the package, but honestly, if you look at him and actually, take a look at this old school picture of this old model set, you can clearly see that is supposed to be a Ferrari. And if I had to be specific, I'd say compare him to a Ferrari F40, dude.
Because his rubber wheels and...
Actually, those are tires. The wheels are the things that the tires are on.
Shut up. And the fact that, it's kind of cool how his head turns. It kind of shows you how much creativity they had when designing these GoBots.
You know what I like about this? Here's what I like about Turbo, is he's fully posable. You've got like clearly marked legs, so he definitely looks like distinct legs. He's got a lot of chrome. He's got a face that, it's got a visor on it, which is cool. But his arms, not only do they move up and down and they're in like little fists, but they can almost kind of arc out. So if you were playing with this as a kid, oh, boom, boom. Like, this is totally Rock'em Sock'em Robot style.
I would rate him at an A tier.
A tier. Top of the food pyramid there, but not quite God level. Okay, I like it. Let's give him the next one. Okay, next up, Grady, who is this?
Everybody, this is Sparky. And for those of you who didn't know, Sparky is actually a girl.
Sparky was definitely a girl, and actually, if you kind of look close, we'll get the camera zoomed in here, but she's kind of got this chrome on either side of her head that does look like dreads or beaded hair. What type of car is this, Grady? What kind of car is Sparky?
I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you, educate you. It's a Pontiac Fiero, which is kind of a meme in itself because there's so many references to being on fire that you could talk about with that car. Notorious for having engine fire.
Use the boots not folded down, and it would still look pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude, it looks like a red DeLorean like that. Just Marty, we gotta get back to the time machine. You know what I mean? That's a reference to a movie.
I
Do you know what
movie?
which movie is it?
Does it start with B?
Oh my god. How are you from my loins?
Back to the Future.
Yeah, all right. Did you see my pit stains when I did that? Did they get? Oh yeah, look at that.
This is what it looks like in a car mode, basically. It's pretty good. And this is what it looks like in robot mode. It's kind of good, not the best it could be, but still pretty good.
What do you mean,
It
not the
has-
best it could be? What do you think would improve it?
Maybe
Being
if
a
it wasn't
man.
as wide. Maybe if it wasn't as wide.
Oh, so she's this is Sparky before she's gone on the Jenny Craig, right?
I'd say an A tier too.
Okay, he's gonna go A tier. Appreciate that. A tier for our first two vehicles. We're back, and it's Good Night. What is Good Night?
Good Night is like a 1930s Duesenberg car.
Something like that. It's one of those classic, beautiful Rolls Royce-y, beautiful things. Get a good
That
shot
the
of those.
arms are very stupid. They look like pieces of paper that were taped onto a wheel that you had on your arm socket.
Does that paint a picture? Does any of that make
And
sense?
you can also see like it looks like his stomach is open because there's like a flap.
My pots are showing. These things are hard to find in good shape. There's tons of Good Nights out there, but if you had one of these as a kid, you probably broke one or both of these little bumpers off. They are pretty fragile, and this was a figure that was kind of frustrating to pull apart and to transform into bend around to get in his robot form. So you might have broken a bumper or two. These happen to be the only two Good Nights we have with working bumpers, and we got about 7 of these things. That being said, Grady, what would you rate this? S tier through F tier.
I'm gonna have to give it like a C.
C tier. That's rough. At least that's what the dog would say. Next up on Grady's list of robots, the next red robot here is a Guardian. That's a good guy. This guy's known as Major Mo. What do you think of him?
What I like about Major Mo is, first of all, he has the rubber tires. That's one good plus for this GoBot.
Rubber tires and a bent leg design.
One good thing about the alt mode of this guy is the hood. It has a very cool sticker that makes it kind of just look like it has some kind of speed lines going on.
Speed lines make a car go faster. We all know that.
We all know that. I think I'm going to rate this one a tier.
A tier once again. It's a good vehicle. Anyway, this could have been an S tier. What would have made it cooler?
Smaller chest.
Or longer
like
arm?
Plate.
Like you need...
Yeah, maybe a longer arm.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
It's like his...
It looks like his gauntlets, kind of. Or maybe like fins on his arms.
He's got a chest do. Like his arms barely stick further out than his chest do. You know what I mean?
The next one of the batch is our first bad guy. Spoiler.
Spoiler. Perfectly named because he in fact has a chrome spoiler on top of his butt there. He is a Lamborghini Countach, and if you grew up in the 80s, I think every young boy had a poster or knew somebody who had a poster of a Lamborghini Countach.
Zoom in again and look at this Lamborghini Countach as I review it. This alt mode is very good. Looks like a Hot Wheel again. You can see through the windshields, which is very cool.
Oh, that
actually look
is sick.
inside of.
You know what? That didn't even occur to me. You're right. You can see like the little chairs and dash and stuff in there, and I think everybody who knows Generation 1 Transformers are immediately going to compare it to Sideswipe. I think there was Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. They were like two brothers. And...
It also has one of the folding legs again on this robot form. Again, look at this. You can see it has the green visor with the sticker. It's very cool. And you can see it's covered in a bunch of chrome. It's very shiny.
Oh, he's got the tires too.
Yeah.
Rubber tires,
Rubber
just like the
tires
other
again.
ones. Yep. So
Fun
yeah,
to spin.
good amount of detail, especially for a good price point on a GoBot. So what would you rate this one?
I think this might be our first S tier.
Oh, here comes the confetti. S tier, God level. So you're saying Spoiler is one of the top GoBots that you got to get. It's a must for a shelf.
It's It's easy to transform. It looks good in both robot and alt form, and just looks cool.
Okay, next on your list, Grady, I'm going to need a rank, and tell me what you think of Street Heat. This is a Guardian. He's a good guy. This is a Chevrolet Camaro, Z28.
First thing I notice about this robot form is it's very bulky.
Yeah, it's a fat boy. And we got another big chest that's kind of like Sparky. A lot of heavy chest. His arms are a little too short, and his body a little too, I don't know any other word. It's just fat. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say he's maybe even like plump, pudgy, roly-poly, tubby, obese, dumpy, chunky.
Okay, do you just have like a thesaurus down there at the...
No.
Anyways,
A few moments earlier.
so Street Heat is one of those ones you're just going to have in your collection, but essentially Street Heat is just a little fat.
I don't really like the back wheels being much larger though.
Yeah, well the back wheels don't like you either.
Yeah, and I also something just doesn't look right about the coloring of it. The headlights also, looks like there could be headlights on this, but it just looks empty.
Yeah, the sculpts are there, but they didn't fill it in with any sort of
Paint or anything.
Which is okay. Again, they have to make it for a certain price point. Out of all the guys we've done so far, that sounded awful. After all the GoBots we've looked at so far in automobiles, this is our first split leg design. So instead of just bending at the knee like Jon Snow, you have to actually split the leg in order to transform them into place.
The robot form is probably a C tier, but the alt mode is taken down just because of the wheels. So I'd rate the alt mode a B form, which makes it on average about a B.
Okay, so he's gonna go B tier on the Street Heat. Street Heat's getting B tier. I think out of all the GoBots that we have in this video, I think this is the only one that we only have one. This is known as Tailpipe. He's a very expensive GoBot.
Once again, he is a Guardian, and he is a Nissan Skyline. I think it has rubber wheels again.
Got some rubber wheels, yeah. You know what bothers me a little bit? The side of it says RS Turbo. I don't know why that bothers me. I feel like Turbo should be written on the side of Turbo, and this guy should be like RS Tailpipe.
As you can see here, or as you can't see here, all the arms and legs, when you transform it, just kind of disappear into the car.
Yeah, it's just totally seamless.
You can even look at it from under and you can't really tell where everything is. It also has transparent windshields. Very cool.
Smoked. That windshield is very smoked, very tinted.
Well, the shoulders, you can see, he has shoulders.
Actually has a ball and socket joint.
You know, his head kind of looks like a microphone from behind.
Holy cow. We'll get a zoomed in shot. That definitely looks like some old school microphone. Like some talk show host is yelling at you or something.
Because the vehicle not only looks awesome and also is just seamless, and the robot doesn't look bad at all considering how good the vehicle looks, I think this is going to be our second S tier.
S tier! S tier number 2. Way to be expensive and an awesome GoBot for a collection. Tailpipe.
Last red GoBot.
Last one.
This is Smallfoot, even though it's not very small feet.
Smallfoot is a Toyota 4x4 truck. This was probably the most desired truck of the 80s. Everybody wanted one of these things, especially, Marty McFly. He wanted one of these so bad. But Smallfoot is a female character. This is another female Guardian.
And the wheels are rubber. Actually, wait, these are the first non-flat rubber wheels.
That's right. These ones actually are knobby. That is part of what makes Smallfoot so desirable as a figure on the shelf. Not even in robot form, but in alt mode. To have this little Toyota 4x4 truck with the knobby 4x4 tires, that is such a cool addition to any shelf. Everybody wants Smallfoot.
All the stickers in both alt and robot form are all shiny, and you can tell there's so much detail in these stickers. As well as you can see there's like headlights, there's turn lights.
The turn light. They could have just put one single color as paint on there for the headlights, and instead they did a teeny tiny sticker that had 3 different colors: silver, yellow, and orange for the amber lights, turn lights, and the headlights. How cool is that?
I'd say that because everything is good except for the small arms.
Small arms are a little weak. Well,
That this would be another A tier.
A tier. Small foot, way to be. You make us all happy here.
It was almost an S tier, but just because of the arms, I have to give it an A tier.
Okay. No, that's fair, man. Nice job.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching once again. If you like these kind of videos, subscribing would help you see more of these. Also, again, I need more ego, so liking would definitely help that 13-year-old ego.
Oh, look at me. I washed for supper.
Everybody, I'm Grady, that's Grady, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.